Before we get started with today's episode, this episode is sponsored and presented by Unheralded Media. Unheralded Media is a media collective for everyone who loves the game of basketball and loves sports and talking sports in general. If you like to do podcasts, if you like to do video content, if you like to be a photographer, if you like to do videography, if you want to do anything like that, and you want to do it for the love of sports or anything like that, come to Unheralded Media, man. We're still a growing, group of collectives who loves the sports and loves talking about it and loves doing things that are sports related. If you want to be a part of a group that does that, come over to Unheralded Media. Follow us on IG at Unheralded Media. Follow the brand, and if you're trying to be a part of it, come be a part of something that's new and different. Heralded Media. That's today's sponsor. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's a long one. I'm telling you right now. Peace.
Woo! Baseball season. We back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. New episode here, the Young Bulls Podcast. Man, it's your boy Denari here. Back with my esteemed co-host, my man, partner in crime, Quango. Quango, say what's up to the people, man.
Man, what's going on, y'all? Y'all already know who it is.
A lot has happened since the last time we did an episode. For starters, last time we did an episode, the tournament just started. Now we're heading into the Elite Eight today. We already got some teams going into the Final Four. UConn, Jesus Christ. UConn blew out Illinois. I mean, absolutely blew them out. That game was actually terrible. UConn went on a 30-0 run to start off the second half and beat Illinois, which, oh my gosh. It looks like they're about to go back-to-back, Quingo. It looks like they're about to go back-to-back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. With Illinois out, I don't know who's stopping them.
Yeah. Right now, the only teams that we got in the Final Four right now is UConn, and we got Alabama. They're making their first trip in a minute. I don't even remember the last time Alabama's been in the Final Four. But Purdue, they're looking to go into the Final Four. That game's wrapping up right now as we're recording this episode. Purdue's up right now. Then we got the game of the day. We got NC State against Duke coming up later today. My man DJ Burns. Can't beat him, join him. NC State beat Virginia in the tournament, and it pretty much jump-started their whole little run that they got going on. I want to see them go to the Final Four. I think it'll be very nice. It'll be really cool. Plus, I've said this before, I can't stand Duke. So, that's just how it is. But as far as everything else, man, obviously Virginia, they got blown out in the tournament. I'm happy we didn't do a podcast episode with that, but I did react to the thing, so make sure y'all go check that out. What else? What else been going on, man? What else been going on, Quingo? What else been going on?
Well, a couple important documentaries dropped.
Oh, yeah.
We had the Nickelodeon documentary. Then we had
too. Now, if you guys don't know, Quiet on Set. Oh yeah, my fault. If y'all don't know, Quiet on Set, documentary, detail what was going on behind the scenes at Nickelodeon. Talking about different, shows, the people who were on those shows and their experiences while working there at Nickelodeon and everything like that. Now, it's a tough watch. I've started it, haven't finished it all the way, but I've started it. It's really interesting, man. It's really sad to see what's going on to the actors and stuff behind the scenes and stuff like that. And even just the behavior of the adults there, who's supposed to be main task is making sure the kids are in a safe working environment. They don't feel safe. And you had tons of people who worked there who were afraid to speak up about what was going on because they thought something was going to happen to them. So it was a lot of, it was sad what was going on there. And that was my thoughts on it. But then again, I haven't seen all of it. But yeah. And then I didn't finish watching the Quiet on Set documentary, but that I've started it. It's definitely like, if you haven't seen it yet, I suggest you watch it.
I'm gonna just say this, bro. My main takeaway from that was like, I saw like a couple of his workers saying like, oh, they didn't want to speak up because they were scared. But like, when there's kids involved, in my opinion, someone should have blown that whistle, bro. Because that was. I'm not gonna lie, that documentary was like, that has to be like the second most uncomfortable thing I watch after Sound of Freedom. If you haven't seen that, go watch that. But that also sheds a light on. It was super uncomfortable to watch.
For sure.
But it's a good watch though.
Yeah, just watching the documentary. Yeah, it's a good watch, but just watching the documentary and just seeing the stuff that like Dan Schneider was doing and stuff like that, it wasn't. It really makes you wonder like how he not like gotten in trouble for it. And then you saw like the interview that the dude Dan Schneider did with the dude from iCarly, bro.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy, Dino? Yo, after I watch all this, like I'm with Sinai, so I'm like, yo, is he in jail? And he was like, nah.
Nah.
And I'm like, how? How?
Oh.
I was like, nah, that's so crazy, bro. Like, we're seeing this unravel in HD, what this man was doing. Not just him, that other dude, Brian Peck. Oh my goodness. When I found out this.
Also, too, another thing too that is a thing that's surprising to me as well is the fact how, obviously, if you grew up watching Nickelodeon, you know that then not the effect, but like what's the word? The power that Dan Schneider has with, Nickelodeon. Majority of the shows that, like iCarly, Zoe 101, all of that's come from like Dan Schneider, like his production company, whatever like that. So to see a guy with that much power and be able to pretty much do whatever he wants to do and act in a certain manner that's not becoming of somebody who's supposed to be making stuff for kids and stuff like that. It's just weird, man. It's weird. I don't know how he's in jail. And then also too, the fact that the dude from Nickelodeon, from iCarly, Tebow, he interviewed him about what was going on. I felt like, instead of like an actual news person interviewing him, I didn't know what to think about that. And obviously, with all these allegations coming out and everything about what Dan Schneider was doing, and the stuff that he was having people do on set, everything like that, it makes no sense, man. How he still has a job, and two, he hasn't been arrested for this stuff. It's crazy to even think about. It's crazy to even think about. And like I said, as a parent, like you said, like as a parent, when you have like your kids and they do acting and stuff like that, and they're on shows, you don't really get to have a chance to really like be with them all day because you have people to watch them. And when the people that you entrust with your your child's life to take care of them and to watch them and to make sure they're good and stuff, they're violating your child's safety and doing stuff like that, that's not okay. And as a parent, any parent can attest to this. If something were to happen to their kid or like that, that's it. And the fact that Dan Schneider and the people who were enabling this were basically doing this stuff, acting in this way with kids and stuff like that. Kids, man, like in Hollywood it's crazy, man. And it's nuts. And it's very disappointing. It's more than frowned upon. It's just, I don't even know what else to say about it, man. And like I said, I haven't even finished watching a documentary yet. But the way you're talking about it, Quengo, it's getting worse than what it gets worse. Yeah, man, it's sick. It's sick, and it's just not cool at all what they were doing over there at Nickelodeon. And it's sad how, it's sad, but I won't be surprised if in the coming days, like more and more allegations about, harassment stuff come out based off of this documentary, because there probably is a lot more people who we haven't seen in the documentary who have stories about what was going on the set as well. So make sure you guys go watch Quiet on the Set, man, for sure. All right, now moving on. Another documentary that came out this week, Freaknik. The Freaknik documentary. It came out last week. But we talking about the Freaknik documentary. I'll say detail like, the wildest event like in the 90s and stuff like that. It started off as like a little peaceful, gathering, for college students and stuff like that for a spring break. It turned into something that even the people who created the event didn't even imagine it was going to turn into. As somebody who obviously was not born in the 90s, I don't know about Freaknik, but I've heard about it. Like I've heard people talking about it before. So This was definitely when I saw the trailer for this. I definitely was like, I want to tune in. I want to see what's going on. Yo, y'all did not know how to act, bro. Y'all did not know how to act, especially some of the dudes. There's a lot of stuff going on in that documentary, man. And it's somebody who sees it and looks, just looking at the event as a whole and what it came into. It's sad, man. For real, for real. Like that's my thoughts on it. It's just sad. It started off, something like I said before. It started off something innocent and turning into something like that. It's crazy. And my biggest thing was when they announced this last year. I remember people saying like, "Oh, my mom was, my dad was, from the '90s or whatever. He said that he went to this. Hopefully, I don't see him in the documentary." There's a lot of quiet living rooms over this past weekend, man. I know there was a lot of quiet living rooms over this weekend. So, that's what I wanted to say. But Quingo, what's your thoughts on the documentary?
Happened. And that's why old heads were so calm with talking crazy about all the new players like James Harden, Bron, saying that's not the way to play ball, or Steph. They thought we weren't going to see the tapes. But now that we have, it's over. It's over. Their insanity run is cooked. We caught them on HD. Yo, the men, I want to start off with the men. The men, yo, these men were like feral dogs.
Yeah.
They were like feral dogs. What's the TikTok saying? Like a moth to a flame. That's what it was. Yo, oh my goodness. They talk about us, but no, if there were any standards at this time, these dudes would have been in jail. Y'all are thugs.
For real. Especially when you look at the documentary, there's a lot of there's accounts where girls would be like, "Oh, people would just be coming up to us and trying to grind on us and stuff like that." And it's like, yo,
out of pocket.
You guys not have any home training? Any home training at all? If you know that you couldn't go into a public spot and do that, what makes you think that just because it's called a freaknik that you're gonna be able to get away with doing that stuff like that?
Nah,
and
that's
then you got
They probably thought this is my pass to do whatever I want. I can run wild. Nah, bro. And now look, you didn't even realize that the cameras were recording because now we have the footage and you're cooked.
And also too, it makes matters worse when you realize there was people literally in an interview, in the documentary, but literally saying, and I quote, "Yo, my wife doesn't know I'm here. Freaknik 96, brother. Yo, why in the world would you say that on the camera and think that's going to be safe with you, man?"
Not to mention, it's like this. Grown men. This was started as a college event, to remind you.
Exactly.
Grown men. Nah, because this is just like grown men who go to Miami every spring break. And now you're pushing 29, 30.
Forget about that. This is grown men who are literally imagine you're at a college and it's grown men coming to a college party, like a college house party.
Nah,
you got 30-year-old men coming to a college house party or throwing a college house, a 30-year-old man throwing a college party.
Yeah.
That's
shameless activity.
You're just shameless.
Yeah, if I could sum it all up, man, there was just too much shameless activity going down.
Also, too, man, it's just really sad when you, especially with the story about the girl in the documentary who said that she got assaulted. Towards the end of the documentary, there's a girl who something happened with her friend and she got assaulted, whatever like that, and people were ripping off her clothes and stuff like that. It's sad, man. It's sad, man. People were literally turning this thing into a whole, like you said before, a free pass to just act in whatever manner they wanted to without any repercussions. And they are so lucky that if social media was a thing back in the day,
oh my goodness, they would have been done.
If social media was a thing back in the day, it would have been done. It would have been finished. That would have been all over Twitter, all over Instagram, everything like that.
And another thing that's good that should come out of this is people should now be more aware of what women had to go through back then before there was social media and phones. Because a lot of people, criticizing like, the Me Too movement and stuff. But like, bro, imagine what was happening
Nah,
before they had a platform to say anything.
most definitely, most definitely, most definitely. And the Freaknik thing, that's literally just a microcosm of many other instances that probably happened in the 90s, and probably not even just the 90s, but like the 80s and 70s of females getting assaulted and stuff like that in public spots where, it shouldn't be an issue of them getting assaulted. Like,
Nah,
there was literally, like, I remember there was one highlight in the documentary that I remember. It was like towards the end, they're like, yo, Freaknik 97 coming back. You guys gonna be here for it? It's like, nah. Usually when Freaknik comes around, I always try to get out the city or go on vacation, whatever. And, it just shows how it turned from a fun event to something that, people don't want to enjoy anymore because they took the fun out of it. And that's what I wanted to say on that. But other than that, though, it was a good documentary, man. Like, it was definitely interesting. I wanted to see how they were gonna like show Freaknik. I didn't realize there was that much history about the this event in general. I thought the whole Freaknik thing was literally just that. I didn't know it started off as just a regular college get together. And even the name of Freaknik, that came from a song. So I didn't even know about that either. So that's, that was a really good, interesting look at the documentary and stuff like that. I enjoyed it though.
yeah, nah, I would say if you haven't seen it, go see it. Go watch it.
All right, moving on, man. We're going to talk about the story of a guy who decided to put a parlay on himself. Jonte Porter, brother, what are we doing? Now, for those who don't know, Jonte Porter is under investigation by the NBA right now because, Quingo, you understand what's going on with this whole Jonte Porter thing, man?
Yep. So basically, Jonte Porter, what was it, maybe 1 or 2 games ago, happened to be subbed in a game. He logged maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and somehow, and basically, he said he was out with illness after logging 2 minutes. I think he attempted 2 or 3 shots, and he missed, I think, all of them. But I know he attempted like a couple shots, and then basically played for 2 minutes. And if you bet, you know what I'm saying, hopefully you have not become an average sports bettor at such a young age. But if you do happen to bet, then you would know that that's enough to, ruin hit your parlay if you bet his under, or brick your parlay, bet is over. So basically what they're accusing him of is they're saying that he manipulated his numbers, said he was out with an illness, and basically did that to, affect the sports books. And I'm not sure if they happen to catch him placing any bets, but I know that's at least one of the charges against him. What they're claiming he did is that he's trying to manipulate the sports books.
Another thing that's hilarious about the situation was I remember there was one game a couple of days ago where Jonte Porter attempted a shot, and I think he was trying to miss it on purpose, and the shot he banked it in, and they showed him jogging back down the court, and he looked so mad, he wasn't even excited about it, like he looked like he wasn't trying to do that. I just think that it's dumb that as an NBA basketball player that you're placing bets, or just trying to, manipulate numbers like that when you're already getting enough cash anyway. Like, what's the purpose of even doing that? You get what I'm saying? Like, you're already about to get a bag. Why are you gonna mess the bag up by trying to get another bag when you don't need to get a bag because you're getting a bigger bag from the NBA? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I ain't gonna knock the brother's hustle, but you're an idiot. Why would?
And I'm not mistaken. How long has he been in the league?
I think he's a rookie.
So you're a rookie on a rookie contract.
Might have looked this.
All right. So if he's a rookie, that's even worse. Is he a rookie?
Hold up. It didn't. Hold up. What year did you get drafted?
I don't even know, man.
Oh, he's not a rookie. This is his third year.
So you're okay.
his
So
third-
hypothetically, you're still probably on a rookie contract. You probably haven't gotten an extension yet. So you're doing that, and now you're gonna mess yourself up from getting, like I said before, getting more paper because you want to place bets on yourself and parlays on yourself. Like, what are you doing, man? And I just feel like it's dumb. Like, there's nothing wrong with. I mean, if you're legal to if you're allowed to do it, it's nothing wrong with doing it. But if you're in a professional sport and you're gambling, why do that, man? Like, why even shoot yourself in the foot with that? Like Coingo said, I respect the hustle, but you're an idiot for doing that. That's dumb. That's dumb. And now what could possibly happen is not only could you end up getting in serious trouble, you could also end up probably not being able to play in the league anymore because the league takes gambling very seriously. I mean, this isn't like, you're not Jordan. Like, Jordan had a gambling problem. People, he had a little talk about it, whatever. He came back. It was cool. You're not on Michael Jordan's level. So if, they're not going to do that with what they did with Jordan with you. They're probably going to give you a ban. And you're probably not going to be able to play basketball again. And saying that, oh, I can't play in the league anymore because I was placing parlays on myself. That's why I can't play in the league anymore. Like, that doesn't even sound like, man, you messed, bro. You're not playing anymore because you put a parlay on yourself. What are you doing? Like, there's tons of people who would want to be in your shoes to even play professional ball, and they couldn't because they got injured and stuff. And you're in the league, and you're placing parlays on yourself, and that's the reason why you're probably about to be on the outskirts of being in the league now. For his sake. Oh yeah, go ahead.
In the player's defense, across a lot of sports, the NBA and the NFL, for some reason, are now advertising gambling. So
yeah.
I mean, I find it kind of wild that the players can't gamble, but it's very practical. It's a very practical reason why they can't. Like, these odds, you directly affect the odds. But at the same time, it's crazy how the NBA, obviously, like I said, you know what I'm saying, it's very practical. It's a good reason why players shouldn't gamble. But I don't know why the NBA and NFL are endorsing it, and they're allowing players to endorse it, be in commercials and stuff. So
yeah.
But Jonte Porter, I don't know what possessed you to. Why would you even try this?
I don't even know.
It's pretty obvious. You chuck 4 shots, miss them all, and now you're ill. Come on, bro.
The dude came into the game, put up 4 shots. Was like,
You probably told his mans, put a couple bands on me. Now look at you. You're done.
Finished, man. Raptors is about to say we have waived Jonte Porter.
And firstly, bro never even got drafted.
He was undrafted too?
He was undrafted in 2020 and literally didn't play basketball for 2 years. And then the Raptors just picked him up.
Damn. No, that's crazy, man.
So that's a big opportunity wasted.
I'm saying, especially after being undrafted too. Obviously, if you're drafting this happen, that's still a big thing. But being undrafted and already having to prove yourself to make a roster, to end up getting yourself in trouble with placing parlays on yourself, that's not a good look, man.
And did you see what MPJ said? He said, that's not who Jonte is. I grew up with him for 18 years of my life. Brother, this is your brother. Of course you grew up with him. What does that have to do with anything? It was a bad response, but I at least he's standing by his brother, so I can respect that. But
yeah, I mean, he has no choice. I feel like he has to. But I mean, he's saying that's not who he is. I get it. You grew up with him 18 years of his life. I get that. But he's an adult now, and the decisions and actions that you do, they got consequences. And hopefully, for his sake, that these actions turn out to either not be true or it's just a crazy coincidence. But the way it's looking, it may have some really stern consequences to this. And all we can really do is wish him the best. That's all we can really do. Anything else you want to say on that, Klingo?
And you're a college athlete, professional athlete. Don't place bets on yourself. It seems like you always get caught. I don't know how. I generally, that's one thing I do wonder about. Like, how do they catch them placing bets? Like, what do they do? How are they catching them? Like, what are they doing to catch? I see this all the time, like overseas, like soccer. Like players get caught all the time for placing bets, but I'm wondering, like, how are they finding out about, like, where are they getting?
Oh, it was probably because like they had like these. Because I thought I saw something the other day where it's like he was placing bets from these like certain account names, and like they sounded like the names or like the accounts that they're coming from at the certain coincidences. Like who? Like I'm not trying to say this to say this, but who's placing bets on like Jonte Porter?
That's a good point.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, because like you had a hunch that Jonte Porter was going off for 8 points today.
You had a hunch that Jonte
yeah,
Porter have less than 8.
Jonte Porter definitely gonna have 8 today.
Like Scotty Barnes, I understand, but on Jonte Porter himself, bro, like come on.
I could even see somebody placing a bet on him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been getting a lot of minutes. He's actually been cooking kinda too.
Placing a bet on Grady Dick, or placing a bet on Dick, or placing a bet on
Nope. 4 times in a row.
Bro,
4 times in a row.
That's what I was saying. Placing a bet on him or placing a bet on Scotty, I would understand, but come on, somebody placing a parlay on Jonte Porter to complete a 4-leg is crazy work. That is crazy work.
No one's doing that. No one's doing that.
No one is doing that. No one in their right mind is doing that. And if you're doing that, then power to you. But come on, man. Like let's be real here. Let's be real. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that because I saw that this week and I was cracking up about it. I thought it was hilarious. So, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully he's good. But yeah, man, that's what I want to say on that. And meanwhile, too, NC State is down by 6 to Duke, second half, 27-33. DJ Burns, I need a DJ Burns Final Four matchup against Zach Edey. That would feed families. That would feed families. As y'all know, NC State has been on a miraculous run in the tournament since I don't even know. They won the conference tournament. They won the ACC tournament. They came into the tournament as a 10 seed. Not many people had them moving past the first round. They did. Not many people had them beating whoever they played in the second round. They did. Not many people had them beating Marquette. They did. Now they're playing against Duke for a Final Four berth, which they have not gone to the Final Four since Jimmy V back in like the late 80s, early 90s. So obviously my team got eliminated, man, at the beginning of the tournament, Virginia. I'm still sick about that. But if I could see another team win the title or see another team at least have some sort of success, I want NC State too. Now, am I saying that NC State's going to go to the Final Four? No. Am I saying that they're going to win the national title? No. But if they beat Duke today, I'll be happy about that. I'll be cool with that.
I think I would take that too, But at the same time, Jared McCain, that's my boy.
Yeah.
I would like to. I would. I'm saying he's cooking right now. Actually, I think he has 20 already. 15, maybe true. But I know he had like 12, 13 in the first half, so I might have more now.
Hopefully DJ Burns and NC State can get the job done, man. Because as we said earlier, Purdue's already going to be in the Final Four. UConn, we got to talk about that too, man. UConn dismantling Illinois last night, man. 52-78. They started off the second half on a 30-0 run. I've never seen any team go on that sort of a run without any sort of timeouts or anything like that. It's like, it's crazy, man. Like, like as a coach, like what do you do in that situation? Imagine you're a coach and, the opposing team goes on like a 10-0 run. You're like, all right, timeout. Yo, let's lock in, guys. And then they come back from timeout. They're still on a run. You call another timeout to try to get them adjusted. And the same thing happens when they come back from a timeout. So, look, I didn't realize how good UConn was after like during the middle of last season because I wasn't really checking on UConn like that. But this year, especially in basketball, it seemed like they on paper just look like one of the best teams that have been consistent all season, man. They carved their way through their conference tournament. They got the number 1 overall seed, I'm pretty sure. And on top of that, they're literally blowing teams out. Like they're not beating them like, it's like close or anything. They're blowing teams out. I don't think we've seen this type of run in a tournament where teams is just straight up just putting like, just belt to behind and stuff since 2018. Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, since like 2018, like Villanova. Like that's because that Villanova team with Brunson, DiVincenzo, and Bridges, like I remember that team in the tournament was like blowing teams out. But now, what UConn is doing, what they had the chance to do to be the first team to go back to back, is very impressive.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw that notification on my phone, because I was hooping during this time when this game was going on yesterday, so to see that notification on my phone, the 30-0, the ESPN notification 30-0 run, it said after a 30-0 run, Illinois was able to defeat who did they play again? I'm tripping.
Oh, UConn.
Blanked.
Illinois, UConn.
Or UConn was able to defeat Illinois after a 30-0 run. First off, Illinois was one of the best offensive teams in the tournament. So 30-0 is ridiculous. But at the same time, like you just got to think about how that looks. Like that's like when a ranked high school plays against like a random local team. Like it's bullying to go on a 30-0 run. Like, do you know what you have to not score one time? Like not even one time for 30 straight points. It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't see how they. To be honest, I can't see them losing the tournament anymore. Like I don't know who can beat them.
Felt like their best chance of losing was if Houston were to play them, and now it's like Houston's gone, and it's like, I mean, I don't know who else can really stop them at this point. You put Purdue in there, outside of Edey, there's not really much you're gonna be able to do against UConn, man, because UConn's quick, and the way they play is just really, really savvy. Alabama, that's cute. I mean, I don't see them beating UConn. And then NC State, if they were to win this game, or Duke, I just don't have Duke or NC State being able to take care of UConn. UConn, I feel like the way they play is just levels above the other teams that are in the Final Four right now. And they clearly seem like the best team in the tournament.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Because like 30-0, I'm stuck on that. Like they really gave them the belt 30-0.
I don't like that's one thing losing March Madness, but to get blown out like that in a game to go to the Final Four is actually that's actually crazy.
That's facts though.
Like imagine, like seriously, you starting off the second half, the Saints, like if imagine going like the end of the first half, like all right, we're only down 3, we got this. Other team comes out second half and they're scoring every time they get the ball. They were scoring every time they got the ball. Like that's crazy. And no matter what adjustments you guys are making, they were still finding ways to score, which is beyond me. So that's definitely it's still crazy to me for sure. Also, too, man, I know y'all know what time it is, man. It's baseball season. We're back. Yes, the greatest team in the planet, the Los Angeles Dodgers. We're back. Shohei Ohtani. We lost last night, but it's cool. Dodgers win the World Series this year. Hold on a sec. Let me go get some, man. Let me go get some. I had to make sure I had this out for today, man.
No, I can't even hate. That's a Jackie Robinson jersey, man.
Yeah, you can.
Man.
You can.
Shout out 42, man. He's a legend, man. In the community and the game.
Shout out 42, man. But Mom's a Yankees fan, so I just want to take the time to
point out, this is a Sixers, Saints, Dodgers, Tottenham Hotspurs fan.
Okay, we can address that. I don't watch soccer like that, and I play with Tottenham all the time in FIFA. That's how I became a fan. And the only dude I know from Tottenham is the dude that does that. That's Son. That's the only thing that I like about Tottenham. Saints. When I was little, I grew up as my mom was trying to indoctrinate me to being a Cowboys fan, and my dad was an Eagles fan. I played Madden 11. I said, you know what? I'm cool with the Saints. Sixers. When Ben Simmons got into the league, biggest Ben Simmons fan. I said that dude was going to be MVP. I even had a Ben Simmons City Edition jersey and a hoodie. What's the other team? Oh, yeah, Dodgers. Like, Jackie Robinson. That's literally how I became a Dodgers fan. Yeah, I never seen Jackie Robinson play, obviously, but I saw 42 with Chadwick Boseman, RFP, and I was like, you know what? I'm a Dodgers fan. I even had a Brooklyn Dodgers cap. So, that's how I became a fan. So it's crazy, yes, but it's very valid. It's very valid. It's not like I just became a Dodgers fan this year. Now, that would have been crazy, but nah. But like I said before, we win the World Series this year, man. We didn't take care of business last year. The Texas Rangers did, but I'm just happy baseball's back. As somebody who loves baseball, watching people swing the bat, and just sitting at the ballpark, it's just something that I enjoy to see. I'm trying to get my man Oz to become a baseball fan too, man. Oz said that he can't watch baseball.
Hey, look. I think you gotta. It's like a lot of different sports, that are not like as intense and fast paced. Like basketball and football, two most obvious ones. It's kind of hard to watch. You gotta like the sport first. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fall in love with the sport, and then it's like when you watch it, you're like, oh, like now I understand. Like I didn't used to like baseball to watch baseball either, but now I have more of an understanding of the sport. I can actually watch and appreciate it. So.
I'm saying, like,
I still can't appreciate Formula One though. I'll never appreciate Formula One. I'll never appreciate golf. Sorry, it's just not.
There's one sport that I really want to get into that I haven't really had the chance to get into. Definitely hockey. Now, obviously, I don't understand the rules of hockey, but I played NHL before. But it always fascinated me how in hockey you can literally just fight somebody at any point in time. And it's legal, like it's like you can do that, like it's encouraged. Like I've always thought about, that's different, like that's interesting. All these other sports, if you fight somebody mid game, that's a suspension. Hockey, that's like you literally get like 2 minutes of just swinging at each other before both of y'all go to the penalty box. Like I always thought that was cool, and also too, I just feel like I don't really be seeing that many brothers in hockey. I don't really be seeing that many brothers in hockey, but I would love to go to a hockey game. I would want to see what the whole hype about watching a hockey game is about. That probably is definitely fun. That definitely is fun for sure. Another sport I want to get into, low key, rugby. I want rugby. Rugby looks
getting soccer, bro. Getting the soccer, bro. Stop wasting your time.
It's more. I'm already into soccer. I watched the World Cup.
Nah, not the World Cup. On the club level, you gotta start watching the Prem.
I watch MLS. If I'm on the club level, I watch MLS.
No. Nothing is more entertaining than Premier League soccer, especially rivalry games. There's nothing like waking up, early. Hop on call with your mans. Start hating early, man. You gotta get up out of bed. Get a fresh cup of heat. You know what I'm saying?
My only experience of watching soccer outside the World Cup was probably when I was over at your crib a couple months ago during the NFL playoffs. And I think you were watching something. You're watching the AFCON. Bro, that was hilarious. You're watching the AFCON and your team lost. I forgot what team it was. It was
Ghana. Shameless.
Ghana. Yeah. Yeah. And y'all lost. And you were just walking throughout the whole house angry and everything like that. It was
you crazy. Have to understand, some countries, this is just a rule of thumb across, even different, you know what I'm saying, different tournaments, depending on your geographical location. But Ghana is one of the more loaded teams in all of Africa. And to lose the way we did, it was disappointing, man. Shout out to Mo Kudus, though, man. Carries the country. You know what I'm saying? He's going off in the Prem right now for West Ham. You know what I'm saying? Went off for Ghana. He's probably the best African player I've watched this whole season across like all. Actually, whoa. Actually, yeah, no. He's the best player that plays in Africa. You know, there are other players of African descent, like, you know, Mbappe. You know, he's a great player at France right now. But out of all the players that have played in Africa, like in AFCON, I think Mo Kudus has been the best this season. Even the goals he was scoring for Ghana were crazy. And we were just selling, man. We were just selling. Defense sucked. And oh my goodness. If I was the manager, the Ayew brothers will never see the pitch. Ever. Ever. I forgot which one it is, but I think it's the one that plays for Palace. This man foul. All he do, like, you know how everyone used to hate James Harden, Trae Young for foul baiting, right?
Right.
Like Trae Young could have literally the rim could be right there, wide open, and he can easily get a layup, float it, jump right back into you and try to go forward.
Yeah.
There's a player that does that on the pitch for Ghana. I forgot which Ayew brother he is, but this brother stinks. He's much better than like a lot of the players on our team, but he just foul beats. It's disgusting to watch. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get you into it in the next year. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
I'm gonna get you a La Liga team and a Premier League team. I don't have a La Liga team.
I got a La Liga team.
Who's your team? Don't say Barcelona. Nah, that's not your team. Nah. You can't.
That's not my team.
Nah, Real Madrid.
I had a Neymar Jr. jersey in middle school, bro. No, I had a Neymar Jr. jersey and I had a Paul Pogba jersey in middle school, yo.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. Paul Pogba. That's what I like to hear right there. Hey, that's a great jersey. Speaking of that, did you know that this man got basically banned for like 4 years?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know what he got banned for.
Hey, all I'm gonna say, man, my last thing on this topic, I hope he appeals and either gets it down to 0 years or 1 year, because that's a generational talent.
I don't think it's possible for him to get it to 0. I think he's gonna still get banned for some time.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
That used to be my favorite player, man.
Pogba?
He was everyone's favorite player in middle school. Like 7th, 8th grade, that was everyone's favorite player.
I remember I saw people having the Paul Pogba.
From the hair,
yeah,
to the cleats that he used to wear. Like, yo, he just had so much aura, man. So much swag. Like, that's really a GOAT, man.
His celebration was tough too.
They could never make me hate him, man. Still top 10 all time in my book on his day.
Yeah. You know, there's one soccer player that I really liked when I was little. Mario Balotelli. Mario Balotelli was cool.
What? That's fair to say though, because he was nice too.
He was cool. He was a jerk, but yo, he was pretty cool, man. He was pretty cool. It seemed like everybody hated him.
Yeah, nah, that was he was very hated in the media, I would say.
Yeah.
Nah. Yo, he might have like one of the hardest compilations ever when bro used to pull his jersey up.
Oh yeah.
Why always me? Like, come on now.
Nah, I remember when he had like a goal, it was like an MLS game. He tried to do like a fantasy like shot or whatever, and a wide open goal. He missed it completely. Nah, I was.
Speaking of MLS, have you seen the U.S.? The U.S. literally cannot lose. They can't lose in North America. Like, there's no one that I think they've actually become compy. You know what I'm saying?
It's all fun and games until the World Cup. It's all fun and games until the World Cup.
Oh, but look, England couldn't beat the U.S. Star-studded England could not beat the U.S. I think the U.S. is actually better now. Like, a lot of U.S. players are going off right now. You got Tyler Adams is cooking.
I mean, I would hope so. I remember back in 2018. I remember back in 2018, man. 2018, because the U.S. didn't make the tournament. I mean, when the U.S. didn't make the World Cup, I remember when literally they would ads from different countries would be on like the World Cup. while it'll be airing here. Like, hello, US. I know you guys are like bummed out because you guys didn't make the World Cup. But if y'all need a team to cheer for us. Like, you know how disrespectful that is?
Yo, I've never seen that before, but
Bro, like Volkswagen did an ad for Germany that said, hey, US, I know you guys don't have a team to cheer for. Cheer for us. I'm like, yo, like, it's crazy. Plus, I would have hoped the US is getting better. It seems like every time I've seen the US in the World Cup, they've found a way to, like, lose and stuff. And yeah, I mean, they'll get to, like, the knockout stages and stuff like that. But, I mean, I don't even remember when the last time the US even won the World Cup. In men's soccer, at least.
have they won a World Cup in men's soccer?
I don't even know. I'm not a soccer head.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure they have not.
NC State is currently beating Duke 42-38. Chat, is this real?
Oh, you said 48-32?
42-38.
Oh my goodness, I got it completely mixed up. But well, then.
Also, too, a lot of other news this week. Obviously, if you got social media, we're not going to speak too much on it, but this dude, Diddy, got his house raided, and apparently he got his house raided, and a plane was being, like, what, to Miami, whatever. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. If y'all don't know what's been going on with Diddy, basically a lot of allegations, a lot of other stuff going on, man. Do you have any thoughts?
They were calling that man the diddler on Twitter. I can't speak, on if he's guilty or not, as he, has not been tried in court. But, you know what I'm saying? In the eyes of the public, aka me, that man is done. He did those things. And that's just from what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? The law might say he didn't. He did those things. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just say good luck.
Also, too, what do you think about Drake, the whole Drake Kendrick Lamar beef thing? You hear about the whole rap Civil War thing?
K-Dot fans rise up. K-Dot fans rise up. This is what I'm talking about. It's over, Drake. It's over, Aubrey. I will say, in this situation, Kendrick fans, don't get too happy. Don't underestimate Drake. After we did the Shmeek, in my opinion, based off of the songs that I heard from Drake and Meek, I think Meek made a better diss song, but Drake's song was like, he made a better song, and it was a little bit more disrespectful.
No, also, too,
I think Meek definitely
also, too,
better.
Another thing about the Drake and Meek thing that people don't know, the album cover to that song shows, like, the fans and stuff like that. The background about that was that the Blue Jays, the Toronto Blue Jays, the baseball team, was playing against the Philadelphia Phillies in the World Series. And obviously, Meek being from Philly, Drake being from Toronto, the fans' reaction was to Joe Carter hitting a home run to, like, win the championship for the Blue Jays. And the whole diss track, it was about them going, like, back to back and stuff like that, and then talking about, like, Meek and dissing him in the process. So I will say, when it comes to Drake and dissing people, I mean, I'm just saying, if Kendrick Lamar, though, comes back and says something, because, oh my gosh, I just don't want it to be like the story of Adonis too, man. Because
I will say, Drake can diss, but, like, in my opinion, he got it too. He should just stay down. Just stay down, maybe sneak diss him, but don't come out with a diss. Cause Pusha fried him. Joe Budden, if you know about that, had a diss back in the day that even was crazy on Drake. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just keep it low, Drake, you know what I'm saying? Keep acting like a 20-year-old on Instagram, perm your hair out. I'm saying,
You too old to be rocking cornrows, man.
but please do not respond to Kendrick because, right? And Drake fans, they're so delusional. Like they really think. All I see on Twitter is like, yeah, man, Drake is waiting patiently. He has something in the vault that's gonna end it all. Like I don't know nothing.
Also, too, I would like to say, coming at Drake is one thing. Don't you dare talk about my man Jermaine Cole, though. Don't bring up my man Jermaine.
Oh, he should keep it low too, because he doesn't want to.
No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. You guys do not want J. Cole to come out pen and paper and start dissing people. You saw what happened when he tried to diss when Corday tried to come after him, bro.
Nah, he doesn't. Nah. Just keep it low.
Hold on a sec. Hey, go ahead and speak.
No name cooked him. He dropped Snow on the Bluff, basically saying that he doesn't read, and then No Name's response took him. Jermaine Cole.
Thank you. Hey, Oz. Like I said, tell Jermaine to keep it low too.
Hold on. What happened with Corday? What happened? Remember when Corday tried to diss him on that song?
Jermaine Cole cannot win a diss battle against Kendrick Lamar.
Are you serious? He can?
He cannot. Thank you, Oz. And look, and here's another thing about Jermaine Cole. That was a great point. No Name also fried him too. That's a great artist, by the way. If you haven't listened to No Name, tap in. She makes great music. She fried him too. She intellectually dismantled this man. Look, Jermaine Cole. You know what I'm saying? See. If you know ball, this is why I say Jermaine Cole is corny. I don't say he can't rap. I don't say he can't make a good song, but that's why I say he's corny. This brother said he doesn't read. You don't read? What does that mean? You don't read?
Your man is cooked.
He's not cooked. Literally in the song.
The fact that he doesn't read, he has no chance against K-Dot. None.
He definitely has a chance against K-Dot, man. J. Cole is one of the best lyricists of our generation.
I will say though, you know what I'm saying?
No, he's not.
He can make a good song. But
Cole is one of the best lyricists.
He can rap. He's a good artist still, but you know.
But don't say J. Cole is corny though, bro. Don't say he's corny.
Respectfully, he's corny.
Bro, like, come on, bro. Because we already talked about this in the pod, but like, what makes J. Cole corny?
Just listen to any of his more recent albums. Not all albums. You know, he's had some good ones. You know what I'm saying? But listen to any of his most recent albums and you'll understand what I mean.
What you mean?
Also, everyone who listens to J. Cole swears they're on like some next level.
Hey, nah, for real.
That's not simple.
Hey, put an M on his head now. He Luigi, brother. Yo, y'all not hearing Cole. Bro. John Moran, I'm on my Grizzly. Y'all not hearing them though.
Bro, come on, J. Cole.
Was this your king?
Bro, J. Cole, y'all not hearing Cole, bro. He has some solid bars, bro.
Kendrick has a Pulitzer.
Hey, he has some bars. He does have bars.
I'm not doubting the fact that Kendrick got a Pulitzer Prize. I'm just saying Cole was on that.
No. Cole does have bars. Like I said, if you listen to what he's saying, he's not saying too much of anything. Literally just listen to his lyrics. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The point, no two guard. The point guard is the one, no two.
Hey, Dino, you never heard like somebody that can rap, right? But like they're just yapping on the song. Like, have you ever heard a song where it's like, yeah, this is good, but like, what is he talking about? He's not even saying anything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's cool sometimes, but like all the time, like, you know what I'm saying? That you start to realize more and more as you listen to it. Like, yo,
I don't have that effect though with Cole though. I listen to Cole, I'm like, this is why are you smiling?
My guy. Give me a Cole project that's beating.
Nah.
You said a Cole.
Give me that's beating to Pimp a Butterfly.
Can you give me another Kendrick album?
Why you're asking for another?
Because you know To Pimp a Butterfly is a classic.
Because there's no Cole project that's standing on To Pimp a Butterfly.
But there's a Cole project that stands up to any other Kendrick, album. Good Kid, Mad City, Forest Hill Drive.
Good Kid, Mad City's not better than Forest Hill Drive?
No.
What?
No.
You don't believe that?
I believe it, bro.
Denar, no.
Damn?
No.
Damn?
No.
It's not better than Forest Hill Drive, my man. It's not.
I will say, I like Damn. You know what I'm saying? It had some good songs on it, but as an overall project, it wasn't my favorite thing. It was good though. It was calm. No, Damn, in my opinion, was not better than Forest Hill Drive. But Good Kid, Mad City. Oh my goodness! To say that's not better than Forest Hill Drive is crazy. You don't believe that. You don't believe that for real though. You'll believe.
Real. If I had to rank like Cole's projects, and I had to rank Kendrick's projects, and I had to make a top 5, number 1, To Pimp a Butterfly, because I mean that's one of Kendrick's best.
That's arguably one of the best rap
All right, bro. All right, all right, bro. All right. He said that. All right, number 2, Forest Hill Drive. Number 3, I have to say KOD, and then I have to put Good Kid, Mad City, Untitled Mastered.
You put KOD over Good Kid, Mad City.
Wait. Good Kid, Mad City, KOD, and then I'll put Untitled Mastered. No. I'll stand on that. KOD is not even a bad album.
You're saying it's better than Good Kid, Mad City.
What songs came from Good Kid, Mad City again? Shireen. No, wait. I'm trying to think. Shireen,
Sing About Me.
Okay. I'm tripping. Okay, I'm tripping. I still don't think that's better than Forest Hill Drive, though. I'm sorry. Forest Hill Drive was a certified.
Poetic Justice. No. Sing About Me. I'm dying of. Oh no. Firstly, immediately the top 2 are Good Kid, Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly, and there's nothing else that even remotely comes.
Where's Forest Hills?
It can be third. Like I'll let it get in there, and that's whoa, and that's only because Section 80 is a mixtape. That's only because Section 80 is a mixtape.
Remember Butterfly, Forest Hills, and then Good Kid, Mad City can be after that.
No. Oh my goodness! How is Forest Hill Drive better than Good Kid, Mad City? What are you on? Swimming pools? Are you crazy? What's yo?
Hold on, let me just.
No, stop. Just quit. Just cut it out. Money, like, come on. No.
Hold on. Literally, when I search up J. Cole, Essential Album, 2014, Forest Hill Drive. Come on.
That could be Essential all you want. It's still not better than Good Kid, Mad City.
No role models. Love Yours. 03 Adolescence.
Go tracklist for tracklist. Let's go tracklist for tracklist, because this is genuinely sick. Oh my goodness.
Unofficial.
Money Trees, Poetic Justice, Swimming Pools, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. What are you talking about, Shireen? Bitch, Don't Kill My Vibe. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? It's not close.
How many songs on the album?
Hold up. I gotta look it up.
16.
12.
18. All right, 12. Jesus. All right.
I'm looking at the one.
All right, let me say 20.
Cut it out. You gotta cut it out, Dino. You gotta cut it. No. You can't explain this. You're there's no way out of this one.
It's not a crazy take to say
There's
at all.
no way out of this one. There's no way you can explain to me how it's better. There's nothing you can say.
It's not a crazy take to say that Forest Hills Drive is better than Good Kid, Mad City at all.
Yes, it is. That's an outrageous take. That's so crazy to say. That's so crazy to say. Some people even consider this to be Kendrick's best project.
Good Kid, Mad
the classic.
Hey, there was some classics, man. But Cole has some classics on this too. I mean,
if we go okay, pick out how many of the songs on Forest Hill Drive are classic, and then we'll compare it to how many songs on Good Kid, Mad City are classic.
All right. Hold on. See, like, that's a classic right there, bro. 03 Adolescence. How many? Or just go through the whole album?
No, you gotta cut it out.
The whole album isn't. I don't think he missed on any of the songs on this album.
I'm not saying miss. I'm saying a renowned classic. Like, you could put it on.
All right, I played this song. No. If I played this, all right, hold on. Love Yours. Apparently, No Role Models. GOMD. Wet Dreams. January 28th.
I'll say Saint Chopin. All right, so that's like 9 songs. 9 out of 13.
You lost by one then.
Nah.
10
Nah.
songs.
The
Oh,
fact that we're comparing this to Good Kid, Mad City,
10 songs.
bro.
Bro, Shireen?
Hold on. I'm pulling the album right now. Shireen.
Wait, that's the deluxe. If you want to go the original,
Hey, Denari, I'm tired of being respectful. Because on everything, I might even troll him when I say this. There's not a single song on that album I would take over Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. Not a single song. Not a single song. Not to mention Swimming Pools.
Swimming Pools was actually an anthem. Gang.
Oh my goodness. Not to mention Swimming Pools.
Alright, y'all going off of GTA music, bro?
Bro, the fact that it was in GTA is
Nah.
cultural reset.
Hey, Dino, that's it. You're your last straw. You fouled out. Go back to the locker room. You're done.
All right, would you put any of Cole's work over Kendrick's albums that he's released?
Like what? What work?
You can take the most recent, honestly. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers versus the off season.
I'm not gonna lie.
The off season was better.
No, here's what I'm gonna say though. I'll say this. I'll say with Mr. Morale, I had some songs that I genuinely were going crazy on the album that I liked. But overall, as an album, I don't know. I don't really I have not listened to Cole's either since it dropped. But I listened to it through and through. And, I wouldn't say there's anything that made me want to skip it per se. I don't know. I think it was 2 albums that are not really special. Mr. Morale would probably had the nod though for me because you know what I'm saying? There were just some songs. I like the Kodak features on it. I really like those. That was great to hear. Kodak and Kendrick on the song. But I think I'll probably give Kendrick the nod, but that's a mid off. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I guess.
Not like they're bad, but compared to the work that both of them both make, that's a mid off.
Also, too, this is what I'm meant to ask you too. You heard what you think about the new Future album? The new Future.
I didn't fully listen to it. I listened to some of the songs. I like "We Don't Trust You." You know what I'm saying? I like what Future and Metro Boomin got going on, man. They did a good job on what I've heard so far. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a couple songs I probably go back and listen to, especially "We Don't Trust You." You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big Future fan, but he was floating on some of those songs. So I gotta give credit where it's due.
For me, I listen to Future here and there, but I'm not gonna release it up here and say I'm a huge fan. I mean, outside of Mask Off, I don't really listen to Future like that.
Mask Off, that's ridiculous.
I'm being honest, bro.
That's ridiculous to immediately come here.
I'm being honest. Bro.
I can admit Future has some great songs.
And Coding Crazy, that's
okay. Maybe a little something. I was about to say Mask Off. Why would you mention that?
Dog, you see the albums on my wall, bro? I don't need it.
That's all for Future. That being your number one.
Hey, tell me, talk to me when you listen to Common. How about that?
That being your mask off.
Talk to me when you listen to Common, bro. Talk to me when you listen to. See,
you made a horrible take today.
That wasn't even a terrible take.
You made 2 terrible takes, actually.
Denard, what you're saying today is ridiculous. I think you deep in your heart, that was ridiculous. That was outrageous.
Forest Drive being better than Good Kid, Mad City?
Yes, it's not even close. It's not close at all.
See, if we made a poll like this on IG, I guarantee you people would be saying, it'll be 50-50.
And those people will be mentally ill.
100%.
Bro, respectfully, the content that Kendrick Lamar even talks about. Here's the thing, you can't fault J. Cole for being corny, bro, because a lot of his
corny. J. Cole is not corny.
In my opinion,
J. Cole is corny. He's not corny, bro.
His music is based off of his experience in life. So that fair, that's props to him.
He's not corny.
When we're talking about the depth and the art, Kendrick is always over Cole. Kendrick is always over Cole when it comes to depth and artistry. But look, I will say, he's on par with him when it comes to rapping. When it comes to, not bars. When it comes to rapping, just in general, you know what I'm saying? Both of them can rap really well. I'm just taking Kendrick for the content, you know what I'm saying? For the artistry. I've never, ever heard a Cole song ever that can compete with Sing With Me, with Sing About Me. I can't think of not one Cole song that can hang with Sing About Me. That's not even my favorite song. That's
There are two on the
not
farm.
a song. What are you gonna play? Wet Dreams?
On that one song.
Bro, you better play Wet Dreams, bro. Come on.
I'm not. Oh, time out. I said y'all forget about Born Sinner.
You forgot about.
Y'all forgetting about Born Sinner.
Here we go. So that's over Good Kid, Mad City too.
I'm just saying, y'all forgetting about Born Sinner. Y'all.
I didn't forget.
That's a classic album. It is. It's just not better than Good Kid, Mad City. That's why I'm not gonna mention that album. I mean, you can debate if you think that's better than 2014 Forest Hill Drive, but I could care less.
I feel like, is it a crazy take to say that with Drake album?
Yep, you about to say Take Care. You about to say
Take Care. Is it crazy to sit up here and say that Nothing Was the Same was better than Good Kid, Mad City? Is that a crazy? Is that a? No, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying, is that a crazy take? I'm just saying, is that a crazy take?
I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't want to.
I was asking the question. I'm just asking. I'm not saying it. Look,
it's only a crazy take if it's crazy to you, bro. If it comes naturally to you, if that's what you think, bro, you got it, bro.
Just saying, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, Kendrick has some good stuff, but like, I could definitely find a J. Cole song that competes with "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst." Brackets off of KOD. What are we talking about? Have you, bro? Are you serious? Have you even heard Brackets? Have you heard Brackets?
Yeah, that's not competing.
No. And let's not forget about because you're not about to sneak past this. Did you say KOD was in the top 5 albums between Kendrick and Cole?
I took him out. I took it out though.
Dog, what are you talking about?
KOD wasn't a bad album.
Are you? Yes, it.
Listen, after
look, I'm not gonna lie. People definitely did jazz it up. It wasn't trash. It wasn't
bad. It was
okay.
different.
It wasn't like special. Like it's not like one of his best albums.
I think it was one of his best works, but KOD wasn't a bad album after another listen. It's a solid 6 out of 10. That's not a bad album.
Yeah, no. Keep it low though. You gotta cut it out. What you're doing right now is sick. You're trying to say Born, bro. Like I said, bro. You can debate about albums. You can debate about other Kendrick albums, mixtapes, but you cannot debate about Good Kid, Mad City.
Bro, NC State is beating Duke by 12.
Oh yeah, that's over. That's raps.
But look. But I still want to go back to what you said about Cole being corny, man, because like Cole has some good bars. She said she only messed with 4 or 5, so you had to multiply by 3. That's not a bar?
Look, this is a very personal. I will say this though, like he's not bro. It's all opinions. It's all opinions. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like I will say when I listen to rap, a lot of people would say that like the person doesn't matter, but I low-key do like care about who I'm listening to because like not to say like I care about them per se, but like if a certain it's like Carl Anthony Towns. But you get what I'm saying? Like, when Carl Anthony Towns has the deep in his voice.
Come on. Are you trying to compare J. Cole to Carl Anthony Towns as far as his... Bro, come on, bro. Come on.
It's like when somebody is like obviously attempting to be deep, and sometimes it's like it's hit or miss. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You can't judge people's experiences. Like I'm not judging any of his experiences. I'm talking about other certain things that he like raps about. Like why is Wet Dreams a song, bro? I'm saying good storytelling. Good storytelling. Good storytelling. But as a grown man, you made this song, brother.
That's nothing wrong with the song detailing like bro.
Bro had no reason to be in that in that class at 7:30 in the morning.
Hey, look, he made a good song. That's what I'm saying. Like he can make good music. Like
it's a relatable song, bro. No.
To who?
Damn, bro. Like I'm just saying, bro. Like the concept of making a song about having a crush on a girl at a school.
More than just a crush.
Like that's. I feel like y'all just picking apart. Like, let's talk about. Like, I want to talk about J. Cole's song. Let's talk about like
For Whom the Bell Tolls. Like, for real. Let's talk about She's Mine Part 1. She's Mine Part 2.
Look,
Let's,
look.
hey,
This is all I'm saying.
you can't say Cole is corny, though, man. You
Yes, I
gotta take
can.
that back.
Yes, I
No,
can, bro.
you can't. He's not corny.
No. Because generally we're gonna have an episode, or we don't even need to put it on an episode. We can talk about it later. I will literally break down to you like him going back and forth in his songs about two philosophical topics about the way he lives his life, and he's going back and forth, and it's not making sense. Like he's like, yeah.
Give me an example. Give me an example right now. Give me an example.
No, because I literally was watching a TikTok, and I remember I said this a long time ago, and the TikTok said the exact same thing as me, and the guy on the TikTok said the same thing as me, and I was like, wow, like I thought I was like the only one that thought that, but what was it? On one of his songs, this man was talking about like his wife and kids, but like in the same breath, he'll be like talking about how he would cheat on this wife. Like, what do you talk? Like, it's like he's going back and forth with two concepts, and it does not make sense. Like, what are you talking about? See, I don't have to worry about that when I listen to Kendrick. Like, Kendrick is very straightforward. You know what I'm saying? It's straightforward, but at the same time, it's complex. And it's deep art, you know what I'm saying? And even when it's not deep, you know what I'm saying? It's done well. It's very creative, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't miss a beat. Don't hear corny bars. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like
Kendrick. Me all of Kendrick's work, there's not one time where Kendrick has had a corny bar. And
whoa. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because I don't think I've listened to everything he's ever put out. But like, I have never ever heard a bar and was like, "What are you talking about?" I have heard several bars while listening to J. Cole and said, "What is he talking about?"
Only named two bars off of his most recent album,
and that's 2 to 3 more bars than I've ever heard from Kendrick. That were just like, why would you say this? And no, look, because here's another thing. Delivery and placement also matters. Like if you put it in a different like part of the song, you know what I'm saying, and you say it with a different tone, it might be different. But sometimes it's just like, I don't know why you said that right there. That was, you know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. Like I said, it's all opinionated, you know what I'm saying? Different strokes for different folks. If that's what you like, bro, that's what you like. But me personally, like I said, I find J. Cole to be corny.
You're right, bro. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode, man. That's gonna do it for this episode, man. We talked about this for like a cool 40 minutes.
You about to cry to Born Sinner?
Yeah. Actually, I am, bro. One of the best albums, one of the best Cole albums, one of the best works, bro.
Man, if you want to cry or be enlightened, you know what I'm saying, or get some motivation, go listen to Sing About Me or go to sleep. 4 things it does. That's just what Kendrick's art does.
Bro, listen, if you're trying to get motivated, listen to Hunger on Hillside by J. Cole off of Off Season.
Oh, no. I haven't revisited that album in 2 years for good reason.
That wasn't even a bad album.
Okay, but it had no replay value. It's like Polo G. You know, you can make a good song sometimes, and you're just not inclined to listen to it for a second or third time.
Yeah, it's like Young Boy too, right?
No, that's false. Absolutely,
yeah, it's like Young.
I think he probably has some of the most replay. If you're streaming 4 billion, if you're getting 4 billion streams in a year, I mean, people are playing your music. But yeah, nah, Dino. Look, like I said, man, J. Cole, he's still a great artist. He's generational. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? He's way better than many artists of today. But when I put him, when we're comparing between him and Kendrick and Drake, when it comes to rap only, like as an artist, I would argue, you know, they're all pretty close. I would argue Drake is more closer to the top when it comes to just everything overall, music period, because just like the way he translates across different genres. But like rap, give me Kendrick every time. Give me Kendrick when it comes to rap every single time.
I feel like right now in top 5, like, yo, is there a whole police chase? Oh, for real? Another day in Philly.
What were you saying though?
You seen for real? Hold on a sec. I'm going back. Yeah. No, that's crazy. But if I had to give a top 5 real quick, man, top 5 easily. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, ASAP Rocky.
Right now or of this generation?
I'm just saying this generation.
ASAP Rocky's not in the top 5, respectfully. No. He's not. Sorry.
Let me try it again. Cole, Kendrick,
No,
Drake.
actually, no. Give your 5. Give your 5 because I don't want to be too critical. That's your 5. That's your 5. Go ahead.
Cole, Kendrick, Drake. This generation. I feel like you would have to put Kanye on there. Yeah. And then I would say,
Kanye might be over Cole.
don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. Are you serious?
Wait. What was it?
I said Kanye might be over Cole.
Are you, bro? Come on, bro. Now?
When it comes to like all time hip hop, bro, Kanye.
Yo.
Not specifically because obviously like Kanye's.
Yeah, no. Since I'll say maybe like 2013, 2014 when J. Cole started to get into his prime, you know what I'm saying? Before he was already rapping, you know, he was still coming up. He made good projects, but as he got into his prime around 2012, 2013, him and Drake and Kendrick, that's when the big three started. But realistically, there's no way on God's green earth that you think that J. Cole is bigger than Kanye all time in hip hop. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. This man, he's done it all. He's done the rapping. He's written songs. He's produced for the biggest artists. How can he be over? And let's not talk about classic albums. Cause come on. No way you think Cole is over Kanye.
Cole don't have that many classics.
No, Cole has. I'll say Born Sinner is definitely a classic, and so is 2014.
No, I'm just saying in comparison to how many albums Kanye's dropped.
Yeah, I don't think Kendrick has as many classics as Kanye either, but I think Kendrick's classics are some of the best ever, though.
Is it a crazy take to say that 2014 Forest Hills Drive is better than?
He's gonna say something crazy.
Be reasonable with the pick. There's only a couple you can.
He's preparing to see something outrageous. I'm already knowing.
Is it crazy to say that 2014 Forest Hills Drive is a better album than Kanye's self-titled album?
I mean, it's not that crazy.
Okay. Is it
I thought you were
crazy?
gonna say Graduation or something, but say like chill.
No. Now, I at one point in time, I was gonna say better than Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I was joking though. I was joking. It's definitely better than Vultures though, for sure.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that album not that special. I haven't even listened to it.
You're not missing much, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's cool, but like, you know, you're not really missing much. As much as that album got pushed back, man. I mean, it didn't really get pushed back.
He's doing the Playboy Cardi method, man.
You said what?
This man Ye's doing the Playboy Cardi method.
I feel like with Kanye, man, like especially with his music that he's making now, I don't think he's made a really solid album since. He hasn't made a real good album, to me, in my opinion, since Life of Pablo. Donda was alright, but
yeah, that's fair to say.
What was his last?
Donda was cool for a couple years, but you know, like there's a couple songs on it, but I haven't even replayed any of those songs. Haven't had the urge to go and listen back to that album.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd say my 5.
Go ahead.
Dang, I feel like Kanye. I don't want to include him in this list, even though he's in it, because I want to give a fair chance to other artists. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like Kendrick is the only one, and Drake. Well, basically not Cole, actually. And a big
Cole's not in the top 5?
That can't compete with Kanye when it comes to that.
Okay.
But even just his impact on hip hop is like crazy. He has to be top 10 hip hop artists of all time.
Sure.
I'm gonna say rapping because I'm not gonna just rap. Period. Just rapping. Kendrick, Drake, Cole. Unpopular opinion. I'm stuck between adding Meek or trap artists, because if we're going trap artists, then
Uzi.
I would probably add Future.
You're not gonna add Uzi?
Who?
Did you put Meek in your top 5?
Respectfully, I'm not gonna lie. Meek's contributions. Look, before he became Freaky Meeky,
You put Meek Mill in your hip hop top 5?
What?
this generation, when it comes to rap,
Oh, time out. Outside of Dreams and Nightmares, What's he in top 5 for?
Oh no, I've come across uneducated rap fans. Do y'all know what Meek Mill was doing? Yeah, no. I understand though, cause y'all know Meek Mill from Dreams and Nightmares.
Yes, he was doing the
I know
freestyle.
Meek Mill. I know Meek Mill from Dream Chasers. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh my goodness. Are y'all crazy? Oh my goodness. Are y'all crazy? Meek Mill back in the day was dropping some of the let me throw Wayne forth actually.
So you put Meek Mill in before Wayne in.
Okay. What you didn't even have Wayne in your 5 at all. And actually I just remembered to put Wayne right there. And low-key Wayne might be able to go. I'm not gonna do that. That's not crazy. That's kind of crazy. But I'm gonna put Lil Wayne fourth. And fifth, when it comes on a rapping tip, yes, I think I probably would throw. Or actually, I think I would. It's between Meek, Young Boy, and Chief Keef.
That should not be that hard, man. It should not be that hard, yo.
That's close. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not close. It should not be that close.
Young Boy had better albums than Meek, but Meek during the mixtape era was like he was up there. Oh my goodness, Dream Chasers and even albums. He's even had great albums. You know what I'm saying? Just a great presence in hip hop, man. When Meek Mill was going hard, like hip hop was peak.
This feels crazy, man.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of close. And then Chief Keef, he has the classic albums, inspired the whole era of music.
Chief Keef, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Eminem.
50 Cent is an older generation rapper. He's not. I don't think he's in this 5.
Eminem,
younger generation. Dang, nah, that's close. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Travis Scott.
No,
you don't got
no. Nope.
You don't got Travis. You don't got 21.
21, Gunna, and Thug. None of them are better than Meek Mill, and that's crazy. So I know y'all. Oh, you guys don't know anything. Oh my goodness, they don't know about Meek from Polo and Shell Top. Oh my goodness. There's no way you just told me. Like I said, the only person like trap wise that I can comfortably say is over Meek is probably Future. Because Future's discography is crazy.
Thug's not over Meek?
Who? Young Thug is over Meek?
Yeah.
No. No.
Are you serious, bro?
No.
Are you serious?
No.
Like,
what's wrong with you?
With influence, not only with just his influence on hip hop, man. Because Thug's
style, fashion,
Thug's influence. Thug's influence. He has.
You know, wearing a dress for an album cover.
Dude,
Meek's not doing that. Meek's not doing that.
You're giving him prof. How is that? What?
Kickstarted the current Atlanta sound, bro. The sound.
Who cares? I don't care for the current Atlanta sound. Is not like who cares. What is that supposed to mean? I don't know. That's like that's like me saying Playboy Cardi's in the top 5 because he kicked off a whole plug and B era. Like, I mean, that's gonna mean a lot to like one sector of rap, but like Chief Keef influence is way bigger than Young Thug, and I'm taking Chief Keef over Young Thug every day of the week. Even Lil B has more influence than Young Thug. Like,
whoa.
Where do you think Chief Keef came from? Where do you think Chief Keef came from?
I almost respect the Chief Keef one, but I cannot respect the Meek or Lil B over Young Thug.
No, I didn't say Lil B was over Young Thug. I'm not taking. I say influence. He has more influence, but he's not over him. I would not say that.
He doesn't have more influence than Thug, man. He does not have more influence than Young Thug, man.
Please tell me. Oh no! Stop. Please tell me what Young Thug influence. Go, please. Thank you. Y'all are talking about something. I can give you something off the top of my head. The baby voice in rap. That's what I can think of. The baby voice in rap. I mean, he had some influence on Young Boy. He had some influence, but I don't know where else we going with this. Like, what did he do? What is one thing he did? What is one thing he did?
This is a crazy question. It's literally Young Thug. Almost ATL Mount Rushmore. Thug is up there. To ask what Young Thug is giving into the game is crazy. If we're looking at 18 Mile Rushmore,
Literally, Young Thug is the
Has he
reason why
done anything close to as much as Jeezy, Gucci Mane, or Jeezy, Gucci Mane, or Future? Yes or
the
no?
not Outcast is also crazy. The not name Outcast on that. Is also
Hold on, whoa. Jeezy and Gucci, who carried the trap wave? No. No. Genuinely carried a whole genre. They're not over Thug when it comes to influence. What did Thug do? I'm genuinely curious. He had a baby voice. He influenced Cardi. Young boy, look up to him.
He influenced Gunna. He influenced Baby.
Ooh. Oh my,
He
yo, no. So he influenced Baby. He's the one I should be angry at. Oh my goodness. So now I hate him because he brought that Thug into the rap game to give us the same song 100 times. Oh my goodness.
it's handle my light work, please, bro, please.
Y'all gotta stop.
So Thug got influence.
You know, Thug has influence on the rap game, man.
What is it?
Especially as far as bringing sound to Atlanta, trap sound and that, Thug has had a footprint in all that stuff.
And it's not even close to the footprint of even T.I. had a bigger impact on trap. What do you?
Thug 100%
But
has
Thug
more
took the
classic
impact that T.I. had and stretched it. That's what I'm saying.
What did he stretch it to? I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, give me anything. He hasn't done anything.
We're going album for album with Meek Mill.
Yes.
Thug is-
Yes, please
it's
let's
not
do
even
that.
close.
Please
It's
let's
not
do
even
that.
close.
Please go album to album with Meek's albums. And
I can't go album for album because, like I said, a lot of Meek Mill's career was kickstarted by mixtapes. So I'll give you this: Thug probably has maybe, I'll say, in my opinion, like off the top of my head, if I'm not thinking too hard, I would say one. I can see one. He has no classic albums, by the way, but I'll say he has 3 to 4 good albums.
One? He only has one classic album?
No, I said he has 0 classic albums. What classic Thug album is there?
Barter 6.
Barter 6. So much fun.
Oh, what was on that album? Hold up. You said what song? What album is this?
Barter 6.
Hold up.
So much fun.
Stop. Y'all gotta stop. Those are not classics. Those are not classics.
Live Season 3, arguably.
If you compare those to any actual hip hop classics, they do not hold up anywhere close. Like, y'all gotta stop. That's not a classic. It's a good album. It's a good Thug album, but it's not a classic album. It's not a classic rap album. No one is gonna come back in 20 years and be like, "Oh my goodness, Young Thug influenced the game. He changed so much." Like when Kendrick dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, genuinely
Hold on.
a decade later, we can say like, "Yo, this genuinely like changed something in rap." Like this had a grand effect.
Digits by Young Thug. What are we talking about?
Hey, that's a great song. That's one of my favorite songs. But Finally Rich by Chief Keef had way more influence than any Thug album. And it's not even close. Oh my goodness. It's not even close.
It's for Meek's name to no longer be associated with Meek's music. If you look at Meek Mill right now, you're not seeing songs. That's all.
But that's him. Whoa. Like I said, that has a lot to do with Meek Mill's popularity being in the mixtape era. But that doesn't mean anything about his work. Like
coming back to Meek mixtapes, man.
Bro, who's finding these?
And people that are finding them are finding old footage from TikToks, bro. Nobody was checking that out before, bro.
Bro, you don't know anything. Go, goodness me. I was watching Meek Mill rap battles when I was like, whoa.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't, bro. Stop.
Oh my goodness.
No, you weren't.
What?
No, you weren't.
Oh my goodness. I don't know nothing. What are you talking about? What do you mean I wasn't?
I guarantee you, Quango, I guarantee you, I'll call somebody right now, and I'll say, do you think that Meek Mill had more of an impact on an influence on hip hop than Young Thug? Right now, and I'll guarantee you they'll laugh and say no. Hold on a sec. I'm actually about to do this because hold on.
Oh no. No, I'm just looking through Meek's discography right now. Dreams Worth More Than Money. Oh my goodness, Lord Knows. All Eyes on You with Nicki. Oh my goodness, the Trillers, Rico. I Got the Juice. Do y'all know anything? Do y'all know anything?
Are we serious right now, bro?
Wins and losses? Oh my goodness, do y'all know anything? I can't, bro. 1942 flows? Oh, I can't, bro. That's it.
Hold on a second.
I'm embarrassed for both of you. I'm very embarrassed for both of you.
Hold on a second.
One thing, there's many things you're gonna say about Meek. You can talk about what he does in the media. You can make jokes about him on Twitter,
Hold on.
but we're not gonna disrespect him when it comes to rap because he's never ever been a bad rapper ever.
Hold on. Let me.
In fact, he's a legend. Actually, this is wicked, bro.
No one's saying he's not a legend's a stretch. Is legend a stretch?
Legend is a stretch. Meek Mill is not maybe a Philly legend. Meek Mill is not a hip hop legend, bro. He's not.
Yeah, he ain't getting no Mount Rushmore gang. Thug has a better chance than that.
Meek Mill is not a legend, bro. Duh. People know Meek Mill more for memes than they know him for music, bro. The fries at the pool. That's people can name that before they can name a song, bro. They can tell you that Meek Mill had fries by the pool.
And if you ask somebody, say like, "Yo, what song Meek Mill sing?" Guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, Dreams and Nightmares.
Dreams and Nightmares.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm so disappointed.
Yo, hold on. Yo, Quay. Yo, I got a question for you, yo. I'm recording a podcast right now, and I got Quinn going here. And he's listening to this right now. He said that Meek Mill has a bigger influence on hip hop than Young Thug.
Quingo. Quingo. No.
Yes. Quinn, speak, please.
No, Quay. We're not gonna do this. And Mooch, if you're there, they're trying to convince me that Young Thug is over Meek Mill all time in hip hop. No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie. Give me Meek, mixtape era Meek before he even dropped albums over Young Thug. Oh my goodness. We're not gonna use plays, popularity of
Let Quay speak. Let Quay speak.
All of them are from Thug, bro. They wouldn't exist without Thug, bro. Who here wouldn't? Nobody, bro.
Oh, you said. Hold up. You said who's from Thug?
You said Cardi, Thug, Uzi.
Gunna, like you can keep going, bro.
Uzi's not from Thug. Stop it.
Uzi is influenced by Thug so heavily, bro. There's no way you're about to say
maybe later, but not when he first came out. Definitely not when he first came out. Goodness me. I was listening to Uzi in 2015, and he had his sound back then is not even close to what his sound is now.
Bro, Thug was on his album back then, bro. What are we talking about?
Okay, but we're talking about his original sound. Go listen to Uzi from 2014 and 15 and tell me that it sounds like Thug. It does not. Because Uzi back then doesn't even sound like Uzi now.
What is that?
Okay, but when he blew up, it was not based off of Thug influenced music, is my point.
There's no like
Y'all gotta cut it out, man. Y'all gotta cut it out.
What's your question, Quay?
Okay, look, now even if you say Thug has more influence, he's still not over all time. What are we talking about?
What's your question, Quay?
Did you ask me who's more influential, right?
Right.
It's not the question
Okay.
I mean, what are we talking about?
Okay. Like I said, that's fair to say. Even if you say Thug has more influence, my main point, the original argument is that that Thug is not over Meek Mill. When it comes to rap, he's not.
Like bars?
No, I'm not talking about bars. I'm talking about art, period. He's not over Meek Mill. Rap, period. I'm talking about bodies of work. He's not over Meek Mill.
I don't know about that.
I understand though, like you just had to be there. Like this is one of those moments, like during the mixtape era. Like if you weren't listening, not a lot of people were listening to that back then. Like you know what I'm saying.
I can't fully speak on it.
I happen to be listening to, I'm not gonna lie, I happen to be listening to Meek, you know what I'm saying, mixtapes, like when I was like 12, 11. So like I probably got a little bit more of an understanding. Look, I give you that. Thug definitely does have more influence. Like in terms of like influence, just off of influencing more artists, like more the sounds of more artists. Yes, but like influence on rap, no, no. Like but what I'm saying is he has more influence than Meek Mill, but not like on rap. Like he has not changed like the landscape of rap, in my opinion. And look, the biggest shapers of the Atlanta rap scene is not Thug, bro. That's crazy to say. It's Gucci, because Gucci even influenced Sosa. Gucci has more influence, way more influence than Thug. Like, and it's not even close.
I don't think you're saying it. Like,
So Gucci doesn't have more influence. Gucci and Future don't have more influence than Young Thug.
That's not the original conversation.
but you see how people be like dressing and stuff now? I feel like all of that came from Thug. Like Uzi, Cardi.
The whole reason that you look outside and you can see somebody with purple jeans and it looks like they're cutting off their circulation is because they're young.
You do understand all of underground rap was doing that in 2015. All of underground rap was dressing like that. What are you talking about?
So all the underground rap came from Thug, one way or another.
Oh no. Oh, it's over. Yeah, y'all are done. It's over, bro. What? Underground rap is Thug. Underground rap is Thug. You're thinking about I think you're thinking about current underground rap. Like, no. No. Oh my goodness. The Atlanta underground maybe, but not underground rap. No. I gotta cut it out, bro. Thug is not as influential as you think. Like, he does have influence, but it's on a very small sector of rap. Like, he has a great influence on a very small section of people.
Are you trolling me, bro?
Nah, I wish you were.
You just said he has. You say he influenced. What'd you say? You said he influenced Cardi, Uzi. He influenced Young Boy. But like, I don't know what that means. Like,
Gunna too, Quango.
Okay, give him the influence award. Get it? Like, what? Yeah. What's the final argument for this? Like, what are we talking about? How is that gonna put him over Meek? Like, I can influence whoever I want, bro. How is he better than Meek?
I like Thug's better than Meek.
All right, that's fair to say. I'm not gonna lie. That's cool. They
say that he's like Meek Mill. Like,
but that's not what they said. They say he's over Meek, and Meek Mill's not a rap legend.
Meek's not a rap legend, bro. Meek is not a rap legend, bro. He had a solid career, but
Meek had his time.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Drake finished him, bro. A while back.
Yeah, nah. I see. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
I see who I'm dealing with here. This community is a very tight knit community of Drake Meat riders and Young Thug fans. Those communities are very tightly knit. So I understand this. I now see what we're dealing with. These are the types of people that say, "Oh my goodness, Meek." Oh,
this is the only dude that's not from Philly that I've seen like bang Meek so hard.
That's the first.
Yeah, this.
No. Y'all don't know ball. Like, look. The difference is I've actually listened to both artists. Like, y'all don't even know mixtape era Meek. Like, y'all were not listening to Meek back then. Like,
wait, did the mixtape era Meek come out like in like 05, 06?
No. Stop. Dream Chasers 2 and 3. Even DC4, that even came out in like 2015 or 2016. That was when we were in middle school.
Listening to that in
You never heard DC2? You never heard DC4? That was one of the hottest albums.
You were listening
You
to that in
heard
fifth
Froze
grade?
with Uzi and Nicki?
You said what?
You never heard Froze with Uzi and Nicki by Meek?
No, bro.
Oh yeah.
But to come here and say that that's like that influence, bro, is over Young Thug's
And I
influence.
feel like the problem is nobody's heard that, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like to say that that has a bigger influence than what Young Thug has done in the rap game that's crazy, bro.
By the way,
Like,
that album sold like 80K first week, so like,
I mean, that's cute and all, but like,
That must have been all it sold. It must have just been a first week wonder or something, bro.
because like I don't hear anybody.
Dream Chasers 4. Oh, I can't. It's over. Mooch, I'm not gonna lie. After that, bro, I can't value your opinions in rap, and also you're a Drake stan, so I understand this. But Quay, I'm disappointed.
Thank you, Quay, bro. I'll be on the game later.
Genuinely sick.
All right, bro. Yeah, well, that's gonna do it for this week's episode.
We gotta wrap it up.
Thank you.
See y'all next week, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you guys for tuning in, man. As always, we're gonna get you another episode out next week. For all y'all Meek fans out there, if y'all think that Meek Mill is better than Young Thug, then I don't know what to say. But
Whoa! Before we end though, I want to state it clearly. I'm not standing behind Freaky Meeky. I'm not standing behind none of that. But look, when it comes to a rap, when on a rap tip, don't disrespect Meek. Meek disrespect on a rap tip is outrageous. That's crazy to do.
Thank you guys for tuning in, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.